Greetings and blessings. My name is Dustin Dunbar. Hopefully you're enjoying my video series so far about the universal laws. And this one isn't about the universal laws, but it's more about how you can apply the lessons that I've been teaching you. And this is something that happens every single day. And someone from Facebook actually said, hey, check out this video. And I said, that is perfect. That is great information. That is something that happens every single day in our lives. And we can change it. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about resistance. And what is resistance? And how can you release it from your life? See, you're already resisting what I'm saying of resistance. Because we resist any change in our world. And it's just human behavior to resist change. And you'd be like, what is resistance? Well, in Ohm's law, resistance is measured by how hard a current flows through it. And that current is the cosmic energy in your experience, and you are that resistance. You allow that thing to flow through you, or you don't allow that thing to flow through you. See, most people have a hard time to believe that they are resisting something in the world, right? They will deny it. They won't believe it. But I'm telling you that when you resist, you block the manifestation process to happen. And when you block the manifestation process to happen, you cannot achieve what you want in life. You're not flowing freely and accepting what is happening to you in the present moment. See, you're probably holding on to something in the past. And what you're probably holding on to is either regret or blame or sadness or hurt or blame or anger or resentment, or even the worst is revenge. And each one of these emotions come from a space that we create in our mind. And the space that we create in our mind is unforgiveness and unwilling to let go of whatever happened. You see, we need to learn that resistance is something that we need to say no more to and let it go. Whatever we resist continues to manifest in our world. As Carl Jung would say, whatever you resist persists and grows in size. You see, everything that irritates us from one person, one place, one situation has a direct reflection on ourselves. So resistance is simply us saying we aren't accepting the unpleasant experience that we are receiving in our life. See, when we are willing to let go of that person, that place, that situation, we allow a pleasant experience to be in our lives. See, when you're accepting, you're no longer blocking those negative thoughts in your mind. You see, we have the choice to allow a positive thought or a negative thought. So when you continue to allow life to flow through you, don't have to block obstacles in your mind. I follow the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh. He's a Buddhist monk. He's a spiritual guru of mine, and he is awesome. I read this book. Here, I'm going to show it to you now. It's called Touching the Earth. And it has more to do with Buddhism. But this quote that I got is awesome. It's basically saying that life is only available in the present moment. And that is so true. We create our own lives. We cannot get stuck in the past. We cannot get worrying about the future. We can only create our reality in the eternal now. So when we accept the present moment for what it is, we can release this resistance of whatever we were creating in our life and allow this process of manifestation to happen. But normally, when we see something changing our reality unpleasant, we resist to it. And that ends up causing suffering in our lives, right? And as Buddha would say, if you resist it, of what is, it will cause suffering. So joy, happiness, abundance can only happen to you if you're willing to allow that situation and to let go and move on. When you come to the realization that letting go is more important than projecting your resistance on the situation, love is always the answer. Always the answer. And it releases the resistance process. The pathway to love is forgiveness. And forgiveness dissolves resentment. And you might be asking me, well, what is forgiveness, right? And forgiveness is the process of you releasing your anger or whatever you're holding on to. As Wayne Dyer would say, you practice forgiveness for two reasons: to let go, that you no longer wish a state of hostility, and willing to free yourself from self-defeating energies of resentment. Send love in some form to whoever has wronged you, and you'll notice how much you feel. What a beautiful message by a perfect spiritual master. You see, send love to whatever it is. Don't get caught up in the resentment of anger, of hate, of blame, of whatever you're holding on to, and send love to the situation and see how you feel. See, we must understand that you are important. You are the person that creates your own reality. You choose whatever you want in your world. And you must have the mindset to say, I choose to rise above my problems and manifest solutions. When you release the past, it no longer has a power over you. Now, you might be saying, well, how can I release the resistance within me? I've always been a negative person. You know, my mom's, I stopped talking to this person, or my dad, I stopped talking to that person, or my brother, or whoever it may be. You know, you're holding on that resistance, and you're only hurting yourself. And you're creating more lack in your life by holding on to resistance. See, I'm going to give you an affirmation right now that I love. I use it all the time. It helps raise my vibrational frequency to what I want it to be. And there's too much negativity in this world. And that's why I'm making this video. And why it's so important to learn these universal laws is because there's so much frequency that matches like to like. And you got to understand that if you are matching that vibrational frequency, it's going to come back to you. The universe can only handle high vibrational thoughts, not low vibrational thoughts. So like attracts like. You know, I had experience just today that my wife was doing laundry, and she asked me out of love and kindness just to help her. And I over-responded out of anger, and then that anger turned into resentment. And then that built up to matching negative energy. And she, of course, what did happen? She attracted the negative energy that I sent to her, right? And then I had to realize that I was sending out this low vibrational thoughts and rise above it and send love to it. And guess what? Love and kindness came out of the situation. See, resistance, when I was holding on to that resistance, I was justifying my actions in my mind of how the situation was playing out. But the reality of the situation was I was just sending out negative vibrations, and she was matching the negative vibration that I was sending out. Now, if you watch my video series, you know all about this, about the law of vibration, you know, the law of allowing, and law of correspondence, and you know, the law of perpetual energy. And basically, we are energy sending out this vibrational thoughts out there, and she was just matching it. So this affirmation that I'm about to give you, use it, put it, the seed in your consciousness, let it manifest and plant there, and use it to guide you to raise your vibrational thoughts. Okay, so here is the affirmation that I'm going to share with you right now. And I use this all the time, and please use it to help you. And it goes like this. I now release the pattern within me that is causing this condition. I release all fear. I release all anger. I release all resentment. I send love. I send love, and I send love, and I send it to everyone and everything in my life. Resentment is a thought, and thoughts can be changed. I am willing to change. I love and approve of myself, and I'm willing to release and let go. Each problem has a solution and an experience and an opportunity to grow. Beautiful. Use that. Say that if you're feeling any resentment in your life. Say it 2 to 3 times a day. Do mirror work on it. Whatever it can do to raise your vibrational thought, allow it to manifest and plant those seeds in your garden and water them and allow them to grow. So if you're feeling resistance, you're not alone. It happens every single day, and we manifest these feelings in our body, right? And in our mind. The problem is that we tend to fear our emotions and let us stop from what we really want in this world. And when we lose the opportunity to change what we want in our lives by blocking and creating resistance. See, you are the conscious creator. You hear me say this throughout the whole series, and it's so true. You create the reality around you. You are, every belief, every thought can be changed by your thoughts. And when you begin to love ourselves, we are able to release the resistance that whatever created that situation. And when we reframe our beliefs of self-hatred and send self-love, the healing can begin. And we can have the tendency in our lives to repeat the same patterns over and over and over again. And we keep creating and co-creating these experiences, and we don't have to do that. We have to take responsibility for our own actions. And long-standing resentment and can only eat away at your body and at your mind. And the person that is hurting you the most is the one that you should be concentrating all your energy on and focusing on sending love, like Wayne Dyer said. When you let go of that resistance of the one that's hurting you the most, you're actually healing yourself, and you're allowing the manifestation process to begin within yourself. So you have to, whatever is blocking you, whatever vibrational thought you have the worst feeling on, you need to concentrate that most. That is the greatest teacher and lesson in your life. And everything has a reason to it, and you got to figure that out. And I talk about that in one of my laws. And please watch one of my videos to see which one I'm talking about. But when you take control of your life, your health will improve, and you will attract more abundance in your life, and your relationships will become better, and you will start having the things that you want in your life. See, when you use the universal laws, you can apply and manifest anything you want in your world and in your reality. That's why it's so important. And that's why I talk to you about this stuff. I mean, I'm human. I repeat these experiences, but at least I bring my awareness and my consciousness to a higher level to understand what I am doing. Then if I understand what I'm doing, then I can understand I can take responsibility. And if I can take responsibility for what I am doing, I can change my mindset to one of gratitude and one of joy. And then these laws start applying to me and creating more of those experiences in my life. See, life is always changing. The only thing you can count on is life changing, right? And as Buddha would say, to understand everything is to forgive everything. You got to forgive everything in life and flow with it, no matter what it is. If whatever you resist will persist and grow in size, you have to be willing to forgive your situation and let the resistance go. When you do that, you start to see that life is a blessing and a miracle and not a curse. You create the curse. You can create the blessings. I'm trying to show you the foundational work of how you can create blessings and life in your world. I'm going to give you another thing. I had the privilege, I work at a senior center, and I am the IT manager there. But I had the pleasure of meeting this woman. Her name was Queen. And Queen, what she would do is, we would always be conditioned on our responses, right? We don't even notice that we create these patterns within our minds. That, when someone just says, "How are you doing?" How are you doing? What is our normal response? Oh, good, fine, or whatever's bothering us on our mind, right? We are conditioned to, just greet other human beings like that. But she had the knowledge, and she was a spiritual being. And she would always say to me, "I am blessed." And that blows my mind, because yes, we are all blessed. We have all this power of creating whatever we want. We can create blessings or we can create curses in our life, but we choose the manifestation process of what we have, and whatever resistance we hold on to will block that process in our lives. So you see, when you bring your awareness into what you're living with and what you can correspond with these laws that I am teaching you, then you can know to let go of that resistance and manifest everything you want into your reality. Please follow me on Facebook on the Universal Consciousness, or my YouTube page, the Universal Consciousness, and my name is Dustin Dunbar. God bless you and have a great day.